welcome to She Bagels. It was an interesting week 8.
Yeah, yeah, it was a drunk week 8. I think that's what it was.
So figured obviously pop on like we do every week and review over the week 8 games that happened. I mean, there were some that were like, yeah, that was a given on who was gonna win, but there were others that it was like, wait a minute. Where did they come from all of a sudden?
Yeah, well, I mean, just dig right in on Thursday's Chargers Vikings. Who'd you go with?
I went Chargers on it
Yeah, I think
because,
I think I did too.
yeah, I believe we all
Kind
did.
of expected that.
Yeah, Vikings just aren't, they're not clicking. I mean, Herbert looked like he was doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it was 37-10.
Yeah, I mean, come on now.
I mean, if you look down through the game stats, I mean, time of possession alone, 20.9 minutes for Vikings, 39 minutes for Chargers.
Yeah, so they had almost 20,
Yeah.
20
Well,
minutes more.
yeah, 20, basically 21 to
Yeah.
to 39. Yeah, that's a lot. First downs, 12 versus 29 for Chargers. Total yards, 164 for the Vikings, 419 for the Chargers. I mean, they beat them in passing yards and rushing yards. Penalties, they were tied 8 apiece.
Okay.
Return yards, Vikings had considerably more, 135 to 75. But I mean, without watching the game, that could have just been that the punter on Vikings wasn't driving it deep. So, you know.
Without watching it, we watched this game. It was Thursday night.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. God, it seems like that was 2 weeks ago. But I mean, plays per yard were a lot. Both teams had a turnover. Yeah, Chargers are playing pretty good ball right now.
Yeah, they're still finding, even though they have injured players, they're still finding ways to
Yeah,
get the win.
I don't know what their injury list is
Yeah, off the top of my head, I don't
right
either.
this minute, but
And I don't know.
everybody's injured at this
Oh,
point.
God,
Everybody
yes.
has them.
Every team has
And
injuries.
I heard Vikings QB Carson Wentz may
Oh,
be out for the season.
yeah, he's undergoing surgery.
Okay.
That's right. Yes.
So
I'm sorry, but he massively re-injured whatever his injury was that he was still playing. There was,
oh, that's right. It was his elbow.
yeah, we said it during the stream.
Is
There
that
was,
is that what he ended up?
I can't remember what they said the surgery was going to be on,
Yeah.
but
Okay, I'm remembering that game now. Sorry.
it's been a long weekend. Um,
Yeah. So I mean, that's the one we kept saying. Why are you leaving this poor guy in?
yeah, like he's
So,
literally jogging off the field.
I don't know what they're going to do now. If McCarthy's going to be well enough to come back, or
I don't know.
but I don't see the Vikings. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Eagles Giants. I think most of you went Eagles.
Hold on, let me find them. No, you and Katie went Eagles. I went Giants,
Okay.
and that's the game. Scatterboo went down.
Yeah, I wanted Giants to win that, but
Yeah.
it's 38-20. That's not what one would call a really close game. I don't know when Scatterboo went down within that game.
Yeah,
How
I
early?
can't remember. I remember
Um,
seeing something, but I can't remember when.
It was depressing
Yeah.
to hear about that.
Yeah, and I did see, of course, after the game they do the media thing and what have you, but I did see Dable. He was kind of a loss for words.
Well, not only did you lose, a really good player
Yeah.
who's been integral in your offense.
Yeah.
I think he's a guy that a lot of the other team, even a lot of the veterans, kind of look to as maybe not look to for like leadership, but he kept it upbeat. He kept things.
Right. And
People said he was so much fun in the locker room, and he kept things,
Yeah.
like that. And you lose that guy.
Right. I know Dart during his press conference, whatever, he was getting choked up.
They were apparently they're very close friends.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So it was.
so speedy recovery to
Yes,
Cam.
definitely.
I know you're
yeah.
out for the year, but
Come back with a vengeance
Yeah.
next year.
yeah, hopefully
I know you
everything's
will.
fine.
I know we will.
Eagles playing good. Let's take a quick look at the box scores on this one.
Yeah, let me
Um,
mark so I know where
Game
we're
stats at least.
whereabouts we are on what games we've covered, so we're not covering the same one.
Time of possession wasn't 33-26.
Okay.
Eagles had, first downs though 23 for the Eagles, only 13 for the Giants. Total yards was 427 Eagles, 246 Giants. But look at the rushing, 68 for the Giants, 276 for the Eagles, and I think they were really missing Cam on some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Penalties was seven Giants, 5 Eagles, so things weren't too bad. Neither team turned the ball over.
Okay. Yeah. Look.
Things were reasonably, like as far as penalties, yards, total plays, those were all pretty close. Let's take a quick look here at individuals. So Jackson Dart, I'm trying to see. 14 for 24, 193 yards and a touchdown.
Okay.
Didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Cam Scadaboo only had 12 yards on 3 carries.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like I said, we weren't watching the game. Somebody in the chat said something about it, and I don't remember at what point in the game he went down.
Yeah, I can't remember now either. But no, I usually try to root for the Giants anyway.
I mean, Jalen Hurts was 15 for 20, 179 yards and 4 touchdowns. Saquon was 14 attempts for 150 yards.
All right, so he's starting to.
Well, that Giants defense, let up quite a bit. There was
Right.
Tank Digsby had 104 yards rushing. I mean, receiving, Dotson was their biggest receiver, only 40 yards. Saquon I take that back. Devontae Smith down here had 84. But Saquon had 24. Goddard had 28. Dotson 40. I mean, couple of sacks, 3, 4, 5 sacks by the looks of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sacks that the Eagles
defense did.
Yeah, were able to put together. That's I'm trying to see here. 1, 2, 3 that the Giants were able to do.
Okay, so it was close on the number of sacks. But yeah, no, I mean, like I was saying, I went Giants just because of Dart and Scadaboo, and they have they've been jiving, and it's been really good games, but
they beat the Eagles once this year. You never know.
Exactly.
All right, moving on to the Jets played somebody.
I don't know who.
I don't think that other team showed up.
No.
I shouldn't say that. So Jets 39, Bengals 38.
The offense showed up.
Yeah, you put up 38 points. That's a pretty good day for your offense.
It was the defense.
You guys did leave some points out there that I think you could have got, but when you look at, again, go to the box, go to the game stats. They ended up with the ball almost 7 minutes longer than you did.
Mm-hmm.
They had one more first down. They had 104 more total yards than you. They had more rushing, more passing.
Mm-hmm.
They had more penalties. They had more return yards. They had more total plays, better yards per play. Turnovers was 0-0.
I will say for the penalties, normally
penalties were 4 and 2.
Yeah, usually in certain games there's more, like not more penalties, but it seems like and I'm not just saying, oh my God, the refs hate us and they, whatever. But at the beginning of the season, like, the refs were flag happy.
Well, they still are in some
And they
things.
still are in certain things.
But I mean, Fields went 21 for 32, 244 yards and a touchdown. He rushed for 31 yards.
Yeah.
Brees Hall rushed for 133. Isaiah Davis, 65. Isaiah Williams, 25. I mean,
Yeah.
they ran all over you.
Our defense just didn't.
Taylor Johnson had 64 yards receiving. Davis, 44. Smith, 23. Isaiah Williams, 31. Mason Taylor, 34. And there's a bunch of others scattered in there. It was just
I know.
Complete lack of any defense.
Our defense was just like, eh. Okay, I'm on the field.
I mean,
Really?
Joe Flacco, 21 for 34, 223 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Not bad. Not great, not, earth-shattering, but not bad.
Right.
Flacco rushed for 14 yards on 2 attempts.
I know.
Chase Brown had 73 and Samaje Perine had 94. I'm looking down through here. Receiving, Jamar Chase, 91 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Fant, 41. Higgins, 44. Chase Brown, 32. Perine had 6. Yoshivas, nothing. Did he not play? I don't know.
No, he played.
He had no receptions, no yards, no nothing. But here's your defense. Yeah. You did okay. I mean, B.J. Hill had, had a tackle. Osaya had 1. Stone had 6. Knight Jr. had 6. Wilson 2. Turner 3. Slayton 2. Barrett Carter had 5. Jordan Battle had 4.
I mean, we had the tackles. It just lack of. I mean, they were.
Dax Hill had 5. It was at the end of the game.
It was like our defense, like we just ran through all those numbers on all those tackles. It's almost like, do those really count towards, like, the guy that had the ball? Or is it just tackles? I would assume that it's them tackling the guy that had the ball.
Yeah, it's tackling the guy that had the ball.
But yeah, the further the game went on, the less our defense was there.
Bad play calling, and it wasn't just bad play calling on defense. I think there was a lot on offense that didn't allow you guys to run the clock down and do better clock management.
Yeah. We went into it.
But you have a whole video on this game, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to leave that in the past and move on. Move on to the future.
Bears Ravens.
That was one. I went Bears on this.
I expected the Bears to win this. I didn't expect the Ravens.
No, I mean.
Bears were playing pretty good.
Yeah, the Ravens going into that game were 1-5.
Mm-hmm. Bears were 4-2.
So, yeah, I kind of went.
No Lamar, things like that. I was like, well, I think the Bears will pull this win out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they kind of got their butt handed to them.
Yeah.
But some of that, too, was just inconsistencies from Caleb Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Who was he going to be today?
Right. Was he going to be this?
What did Williams... I mean, 25 for 38, 285 yards. That's pretty good.
Okay.
0 touchdowns and 1 interception. That's not good.
That's where he got bit in the butt.
He rushed for 24 yards. DeAndre Swift was 45, and Monange was 24, and DJ Moore for 3. But so Roma Dunze had 114 yards receiving. Mm-hmm. Next highest was DJ Moore at 73. Loveland 38. You had some guys in there, but they weren't able to do anything in getting into the end zone.
Yeah.
Tyler Huntley was 17 for 22, 186 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions. He also rushed for 53 yards.
Right.
He was their leading rusher. No, he wasn't. I'm sorry, there's Derrick Henry down at the bottom.
I was going to say
It was
Henry.
covered up a little bit.
Henry's gotta
71.
be in there.
But your quarterback's your second highest rusher when you have Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
You know, Keaton Mitchell, 43. Receiving wasn't huge. Zay Flowers, 63. Rashad Bateman, 51. Everybody else, well, Mark Andrews, 34. The next highest one is DeAndre Hopkins with 14 yards. You know, Kohler had a touchdown. He had one reception for 10 yards and a touchdown. Derrick Henry rushed for 2. You know?
Yeah, that game, I think, surprised a lot of people just because, like I was saying, with the Ravens, you don't know. And the Bears, again, you don't know. Will Caleb be this quarterback that they drafted and, things like that?
Well, and that this coach needs him to be.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson is by the book, time and rhythm. That's how you play the game. Caleb Williams isn't that type of QB.
Right.
So it's going to be,
hit or miss.
Well, they've got to find a way to mesh.
Yeah.
Either Caleb needs to get a little more that synced rhythm, and Ben Johnson needs to kind of back off a bit, or
Or yeah,
they've got a mesh.
They got to meet in the middle somewhere.
Right. Niners Texans.
I went Niners on this, just because. I think there's injuries on both teams.
Oh God. Yeah. Niners especially.
Yeah, especially the Niners. But I went Niners just for the sake of it being the Niners. Yeah, Houston's a good team, but they're also struggling.
Houston's defense is one of the best in the NFL.
Yeah.
Their offense had not been.
Right.
Niners had just been finding a way to win.
Yeah, exactly.
But right here, take a look at time of possession. Can you see that beyond the microphone stand?
Yeah, I can kind of.
49ers had the ball 18.63 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Texans 41.37.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more than one half. You're almost 3/4 of that game, the ball was in the Texans' hands.
Right. Yeah,
First downs, 12-23 for the Texans.
This was a game that I did not think that it would be that.
Rushing yards for 49ers was 48. Christian McCaffrey never touched the ball in the first quarter, they said.
Yeah, no, his first touch of the ball was the second quarter.
157 rushing yards for the Texans. Total yards, 223 Niners, 475 Texans.
Yeah.
It was just... And the Texans had 8 penalties to the Niners 4.
Right.
But, it was just... Both had a turnover. This was just... Mac Jones, 19 for 32, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
Okay.
Not great,
but
we've seen guys win with that.
Yeah.
CJ, on the other hand, 30 for 39, 318, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
He had a game.
CJ started playing a bit like he did his first year.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, he had Tank Dell's out.
Yeah.
Nico Collins is out.
Mm-hmm.
And Mixon's out.
Mm-hmm.
Mixon did not play in this game. He was out.
Okay.
Far as I understand.
Maybe he was just because I saw him on the sideline, like he had just come off from a play and took his helmet off. Maybe not. That
from what I saw when I was looking it up, Mixon was out this game.
Yeah.
So his 3 top receivers.
Yeah.
Were not in.
And they're still able to. Not a huge. It wasn't like it was a blowout.
Oh, 26-15. No, but it's a win. I think it freed CJ up from he had new receivers out there and he was just going to throw, excuse me, whoever was open.
Yeah.
If you were open, you were getting the ball.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Exactly.
No.
But
Yeah, that was one right there that I just didn't see coming.
I didn't expect that.
Here's another one. Dolphins Falcons.
Yeah. I want Falcons on this just because of the way that the Dolphins have been
Yeah,
playing.
I mean, I think most people went Falcons. I bet you there were Dolphins fans that went Falcons. Matter of fact, I saw people's, responses on the highlights from this game. Like, I'm a Dolphins fan here, and I did not expect us to win this game.
Yeah. I mean, you're going up against they were what, 1-5?
They were 1-6. Dolphins going into this game.
1-6.
Falcons were 3-2. 3-3. Excuse me.
Yeah. I seriously thought the Falcons were going to be able to pull this off.
Yeah, I did. I expected kind of a low-scoring game. I expected 17-12 or
right.
something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But not 34-10.
Yeah. I mean, well, Tua 20 for 26, 205 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. When was the last time you heard that from Tua?
Yeah. Exactly.
Now the man also played the whole game with one eye swollen shut. Mm-hmm. Maybe someone needs to poke him in the eye before every game. Sorry, Tua, but if that's what helps, maybe sometimes just go and go, thunk, here we go, let's go win a game.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson went out there. He was 1 for 1. Completions, attempts. There was no yards, apparently, according to that, but
still.
I mean, rushing, they did all right. Achane had 67. Gordon had 46. But receiving, Waddle,
yeah.
99.
Yeah.
5 receptions for 99 yards and a touch.
Okay.
Washington had a touchdown. Gordon had a touchdown. Achane had a touchdown on receiving.
Yeah.
I mean, Dodson had a pick.
Right. It just, this game was like,
and
whoa.
You look at Kirk Cousins, 21 for 31, 173 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. The guy's washed.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's got this massive contract.
He has got to have the best freaking agent in all of NFL history.
Right? I don't know what the contract is, but it's like, holy crap.
And it's like, whatever it was, 100 and something million, it's all guaranteed.
Yeah.
He was 36 years old when they took him. He just come off an Achilles tear.
Uh-huh.
Who pays? I get it. You were desperate, Falcons, but
right.
Come on. You couldn't have been that confident in it because your first round pick, you took a quarterback.
Right.
Which, as it turns out, was a smart idea. But at that point in time, why'd you pay Cousins all that damn much money? Because
yeah, you go and pay a quarterback all this money, and then in the draft you draft a quarterback.
Cousins rushed for 2 attempts and he got 2 yards.
Oh, okay.
But his long was for 3. So he lost a yard. Yeah, I mean, they couldn't get anything going. Receiving, Kyle Pitts was their highest receiver with 59 yards. Bijan Robinson was their best rusher with 25. I mean, Hodge had 31 yards receiving. Washington had 25. Robinson had 23. Then you got 10, 11, 14. I mean, it just wasn't.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Look at the tackles here. 0-0. 2-1, 2-0, 3. Ellis had 7. Alford had 5. And Hughes had 4. Most of the rest of them are 0, 1, or 2 tackles.
Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like the Jets-Bengals game. Falcons didn't show, I don't think, showed up.
No.
And Dolphins did. Same thing with that game, the Jets-Bengals game.
So we're moving on. We got your Bills-Panthers, 40-9 for the Bills. I expected the Panthers to maybe put up a little bit more points.
Yeah.
I kind of thought they might get up into that, again, 12-17 range.
Right.
Right. 13-17. kind of range.
Right. I mean, obviously, I went Bills.
Yeah, I expected the Bills to win that, but although that was one that there was a little bit of Bills have not been playing great all of a sudden. And
Yeah.
Panthers were starting to kind of play a little bit better. It's like, is this going to be one of those trap
So-
games
Right.
where you're like, you know,
Yeah.
you get into it. Time of possession was not wildly off, 33 and a half for Bills, 26 and a half for Panthers.
Not terrible.
But Bills total yards 410, Panthers 244. I mean, that right there kills you when you know.
Excuse me. Yeah.
And Bills had more penalties. They had, but turnovers were 3 for the Panthers. Allen was 12 for 19, 163 yards and a touchdown. Trubisky came in, was 2 for 4, 22 yards, no tutties or interceptions.
All right.
It was Andy Dalton that was playing. I forgot
That's right.
because Bryce is out with an injury.
Yes.
So it was the Red Rocket, 16 for 24, 175 yards and an interception.
Eh.
No,
I know.
Nobody had. Chuba Hubbard had 34 yards. Rico Dowdle had 54. ETN had 16 yards. It just receiving. McMillan with 99. Sanders 19. Leggett 17 and Coker 34. Tommy Tremble 4.
Coker 36.
Coker 36. Yes. Yeah.
They just.
I mean, Chuba Hubbard, he was in the game because he got 34 yards rushing, but 0, 0, 0s across on receiving. He didn't take a single receiving.
Right.
Neither did Jimmy Horn.
Yeah.
Neither did Tremaine. He may not have been in. But, they had some decent tackle. A couple of guys got 7 and 5 and stuff like that. But, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That game, I mean, I knew obviously that the Bills
James
were going to win. Something just slid.
James Cook rushing for the Bills. 19 carries, 216 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He had a long of 64. He got 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen rushed for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And he only had 7 yards.
Right.
Receiving was Shakir with 88. He had the most.
Right.
And it was a big difference. The next closest one was Coleman with 30. I mean, Shakir had a touchdown. I mean, they dominated that game.
Yeah, they did.
And,
Yeah, kudos to them. I mean, obviously, Panthers.
still struggling.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us were surprised on that game.
No, I was kind of. I went Bills, but I was kind of hoping Panthers would do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew the Bills would win that. I figured they'd probably win it by a healthy margin.
Yeah.
But I did kind of think the Panthers, but I forgot that it was Dalton.
Right, and I think I did too.
So, Browns Patriots.
Patriots. Yeah,
This-
I went Patriots on this.
This was an odd game. We didn't watch it, but I watched the highlights.
Yes.
So the first half, there was nothing going on. Browns got a touchdown in the first quarter. The Patriots got a field goal in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then it was 2 field goals for the Patriots, in the second quarter. It went to half at 7-6 Browns.
Mhm.
Third quarter, the Browns didn't score anything. The Patriots put up 21 points.
Yeah. What, the Browns coach during halftime say, whatever.
Fourth quarter, you got, you got 6 points for the Browns. I don't know if those were field goals or if it was, I think it might have been a touchdown and they went for a 2-point and didn't get it.
Right.
And New England put up 2, so they must have got a safety.
Yeah.
I watched the highlights, but I don't remember. I missed a couple little things in the fourth. on that. So
Right. Next thing, while we were talking about something else, and then looked up at the screen. It's like, ooh,
Dylan Gabriel, 21 for 35, 156 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 interceptions.
yeah.
Not acceptable.
No.
Not even remotely. Yeah, okay, if he had done the 156 yards and just 2 touchdowns, you'd be like, all right, he's a rookie.
Right, but to throw a couple of picks in there as
And
well,
amongst all that, and not just
yeah,
in 156 yards, you've turned it over twice.
yeah,
Now, how many of them were 100% his fault? Sometimes it's the receiver. They flip it and it
exactly.
gets caught behind him, and it was a completely catchable ball. They, they just.
Yeah, I don't know.
They had 2 receivers that ended up with negative yards. Jerome Ford with -1, and Quinshon Judkins with -2. Fannin Jr. had 62, and Thrash had 31, and Sampson had 29, and Njoku had 37. They just rushing. Judkins had 19. Corley had 31. Dylan Gabriel rushed for 13 yards.
All right. Well, trying to get.
So Harold Fannin Jr. had a touchdown. That's. Yeah, I think that was the first one. Oh, and Njoku had a touchdown.
Okay, so
it was 2 touchdowns
and a miss.
And a missed field goal.
Either,
or
2 point.
2 point. It probably went for the 2 point. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever they went for after that one.
But you switch over Drake May. 18 for 24, 282 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick.
Okay, the 1 pick.
Not great.
Not great.
Again, didn't see it. Was it a flick off somebody? No, I did. I take it back. I did see that one. That was his fault. That was completely his fault.
Yeah.
He had a receiver he had a receiver went to go throw to and had a defensive player that the only thing I can think of is because he had a lot of guys around and that Browns defense was just standing there. I think he looked right over the guy's head when he threw it, and the guy was watching him and just went, boom.
Yeah.
It's his responsibility to see that. He didn't. That's on Drake. But, those things do happen.
Yeah, especially when you have people rushing you.
Yep.
It's going to happen. But, yeah.
Stevenson was 34 yards. Drake May, 7 attempts for 50 yards. Rushing.
His long was 28 yards. So, yeah.
Trayvon Henderson rushed for 75. His long was 27. Drake May had the longest rush of the game.
Excuse me.
Let's see on receiving here. Stephon Diggs only had 14 yards, but Mac Hollins had 89. Hooper 34. Douglas 44. Hooper 38. Douglas 44. Ramondre Stevens 15. Hunter Henry had 7. But look at tackles. There's some with none. They were tackle assists, but Jones with 5. Spillane with 5. Hawkins with 4. Gonzalez with 3. The guys were getting out there.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, the Patriots are doing this spending almost the least amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're quite the lowest spent money in NFL this year, but they're close to it.
Mm-hmm.
They're a young team.
Yeah.
There's some older guys on there, but they're a young team, and they're doing this. They're 6-2.
Yeah.
They are running fast, moving to the ball. They're crushing it.
Yeah, they are. They definitely
will they
are.
keep that up for the whole year? Don't know. What'll happen when they've got to play, some of the big boys?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If they got to play the Chiefs,
time will tell.
They got to play. I don't know if they play the Colts or not.
Yeah,
What happens when you start getting into that Denver defense, but Browns defense is one of the top defenses in the NFL, and
right.
and they destroyed them.
Yeah.
I say destroy 13-32. I call it, that's a pretty damn big beatdown.
Yeah. I'm just
19
saying.
points. Especially when you really only scored 9 points in the first half of the game.
Yeah. That was.
So okay, no, I take that. So the Patriots went in 9-7 lead. They scored 3 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter, so 9-7 over the Browns going into halftime. My bad. Just overly tired today, I guess.
Well, I think it's the weather too, the change of everything.
Yeah.
There's rain in the forecast.
Buck Saints was 23-3.
Yeah, I went Bucks on this just because it's Baker Mayfield and.
I actually expected the Bucks to put up more points.
Right.
I don't think we need to go too in depth into that one.
Nah.
Colts Titans 38-14 Colts. Yeah, that's I think about where I.
Yeah, I figured that the Titans could put points on, but I didn't think it was going to be obviously a lot.
Yeah, Colts have a very good defense. They're a solid defense.
Yeah.
They're not a top 4 or 5, but they're a solid defense. They're in the upper half.
Yeah.
I think last thing I saw for them, their overall rating was around a 12, 12th in the NFL, and their defense is way up there. So
right.
They're just all around good. Titans, they're putting up a fight.
They are. They're
something we haven't seen from them sometimes.
Yeah, they're doing what they can to stay alive, and it just falters.
Then you move on to the Cowboys and Broncos. This was a thrashing.
Yeah. I went Broncos on this, and we streamed this one.
I get that the score is only 20 points.
Right.
24 Cowboys, 44 Broncos. This game looked to me like it was more like a 44-4 beatdown.
Yeah.
In some ways, Dallas, they outscored the Broncos in the third quarter 7-3, but the first quarter was 3-14 Broncos, 7-13 Broncos. In the fourth, it was 7-14 Broncos again. It was just, if you look at the box score or game stats, Cowboys had the ball more
times.
33.5 to 26.5 minutes, but when they had the ball, they weren't doing anything with it. They'd move it down the field, but that was it.
Yeah, they'd
and even
to
then,
a certain point, and then it would just drop off.
Yeah. I mean, total yards 426 for the Broncos, but 339 for the Cowboys. I mean, the ball was getting moved.
It was. It just wasn't getting moved enough.
Cowboys had a couple extra penalties and 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
This is one for Nick. I mean, Dak Prescott, 19 for 31, 188 yards, 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
He has a QBR of that game of 56.6. Now, Dak Prescott has been, the offense for the Cowboys have been doing pretty good.
Right.
They really have. It's their defense has been horrid.
Yeah.
Broncos kept him to 188 yards and 2 interceptions, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw the ball 31 times.
Yep.
61% completion. Milton was 3 for 4, 58 yards and a touchdown. His QBR is 156.2.
Yeah, because he didn't turn the ball over.
I mean...
Yeah, I don't know what... I mean, we say it, I think, every week. Not just with the Cowboys. It's with all these teams that have crappy defenses. They just don't know how to do things. I mean...
J.K. Dobbins ran for 111 yards.
Yeah.
Harvey ran for 46.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was just another one of those games where it was like, I picked the Broncos to win that. I'm like, they're at home. They're playing really well.
Yeah.
But I really expected like a, a 24-30, 24-28 kind of score,
Right.
something
You
like
expected
that.
it to be closer
Yeah.
than
24-27 kind of game. Come down to the last, part of the fourth quarter, maybe something like that. That's kind
Yeah.
of what I figured.
not the 20-point difference of
Yeah.
24-44.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what to say for you, Cowboys. Your defense is right there with
the Bengals.
Bengals. In fact, when I was looking yesterday at the rankings for defense,
Uh huh.
and of course it depends if you look at ESPN or you look at this or that,
Yeah.
CBS, whoever. But most of the time the Cowboys were ranked behind you guys. You guys would be 30, they'd be 31. You'd be 31, they'd be 32. The Cowboys' defense was ranked worse than yours.
Wow.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying that's where it seemed to be ranked. There might have been one that had it the other way, but almost
Right.
all of them I was seeing had them below you. It's got to be pretty freaking bad to be worse than you.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to do something.
And of course, things may not have updated. So
Right. It takes time for things to update.
so Packers, Steelers.
I went Packers for this one. Mainly because I wanted the Steelers to lose because,
It's not going to help you guys.
it's not going to help, but still.
Well, Vegas has Ravens. The odds are Ravens win the AFC North. That's what Vegas has the odds as. Ravens winning the AFC North.
Yeah, right now I think they're third? Because the Browns
They're
are
third.
dead last. Yeah,
They're third at 2-5.
really.
Well,
But
Packers lost 2 in a row. You guys aren't looking that great. I think what they're figuring is Lamar's coming back. They get healthy.
mm-hmm.
You can win that division. Excuse me. 9 wins will win that division.
Mm-hmm.
8 wins might win that division.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to have a winning record to win a division. You just got to have suck less than the other 3 teams.
Exactly.
You could be 8-9 as
Mhm.
long as nobody else is, everyone else is 7-10 or worse. You win your division, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now you might be a first round knockout, but you're
But
there.
you still made it.
Yeah. I mean, total yardage. Look at this: 454 yards for the Packers, 295 for Steelers, 360 passing yards to 202. I mean, Jordan Love threw 360, 3 TDs. Now he lost 1 yard in a rushing attempt. Okay.
Okay.
Passing though, Tucker Kraft, 7 receptions, 143 yards. His long was 59 and 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Was that National Tight End Day? It might have been.
Yeah, I know.
I think it might have been actually. To be honest, I'm not trying to be funny. I think it either just happened or it's coming up or something.
Something.
I thought I heard. But yeah, I mean, he was all over the place.
Uh-huh.
That, and you look at Aaron Rodgers. He's 24 for 36, 219 and 2 touchdowns. He didn't turn it over either. He's a 66% completion. Jordan Love was 78%. It's just, I think that I think the Steelers have got to realize that Aaron Rodgers isn't the savior.
No.
They have the most expensive defense in the NFL, Steelers.
Okay.
However, they're all getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them. No, obviously they've got rookies. They've got younger guys.
Right.
But the core is getting old.
Yeah.
Packers, who I think still are the youngest team, or close to the youngest team, average-wise, in the NFL, when you average all their age together, they're not paying big bucks to a lot of these guys because a lot of them are rookies.
Yeah, exactly.
Or on rookie contracts, I mean. I don't say rookies, but they're on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Steelers are I hate to say it's starting to fall off because I mean, like we just said, they lost what 2 games in a
Yeah, I
row.
mean, you shouldn't hate to see that because that helps you. But
Right, I know,
you
but I
guys have
mean,
got to, if you guys can have your come to Jesus meeting, which, it seems like they had something there with the defense. You said a players only meeting.
yes,
If they can do something, and those meetings don't always seem to work,
not always, but
but they can do something and they can
change things
change things
around.
around, then there's a chance that you guys could win the AFC North.
Right.
Because the Ravens, everyone keeps saying, wait till Lamar gets back, wait till Lamar gets back. You were 1-3 with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not taking anything away from Lamar,
No, he's a
but
damn good quarterback, but
he's not the problem.
no, he's not.
He may be a problem on some games,
I mean,
but he's not the problem there. And your defense isn't playing great. There's a lot of things. I think your play calling hasn't been what it should be
yeah. I
sometimes.
mean, looking into like our defense, everything that I have read about or what have you was saying the head coach needs to be gone, the GM,
Yep.
this
Well,
coach, that coach. They're placing the blame on the coach. Players need to step up and take the blame for a lot of it too.
but yeah, but that's for you guys. Ravens.
Right, Ravens.
I mean,
Just,
yeah.
I don't know on that end.
We don't see enough of their games to be able to pinpoint this player and this player or whatever.
Right.
But
Yeah.
this whole idea, well, Lamar's coming back, they're going to go on a tear and win. They're 2-5.
Uh huh.
Um,
They'd have to. Win
they have 10.
out.
They have 10 games left because
Yeah.
they had their bye. They'd have to win 8, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That would put them at 10-7.
Yeah.
Now, again, they could win 7,
Mm-hmm.
be 9-8, and win that division. I
Yeah.
think. So of the next 10, they'd have to win 7.
Yeah.
With Lamar and company, they were 1-3.
Yeah.
Things better change.
Yeah.
And like I said, just bringing him back in, I don't think is going to fix it.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
I don't know. Your division is a weird one.
Yeah.
I seriously think your division could be won by somebody with a losing record.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
And because you got the Steelers playing like crap. You guys, you played like crap Sunday,
Right.
but the week before that against the Steelers, you played pretty good.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
do not know what happened.
nobody knows what's going on in the NFL right now.
It is one of those like voodoo, cursed,
Right.
whatever.
And then we come
however
into
you want to call it.
to Monday night.
Yeah.
Commanders 7, Chiefs 28. I followed the first quarter, plus a little in that game.
Yeah. No, I think it was about 8:30 in my. I was out.
So it was a scoreless first quarter.
Yeah.
And no penalties the first quarter. 0-0-0.
Wow.
So no 0 points for Commanders, 0 points for the Chiefs, and 0 points for the refs.
Okay.
We went into the halftime 7-7. And they shut down the Commanders.
Yeah.
The Chiefs defense.
Yeah.
But of course, Commanders did not have Jaden Daniels. I don't know who else was missing.
I don't know if Terry is in.
So Marcus Mariota was 21 for 30, a 70% completion, 213, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
Yep.
Now, one of those interceptions, it bounced off in
Yeah. Yep.
Deebo Samuel's face.
Yeah.
But it had a little too much heat on that one. A little too much pepper when he threw that.
Just a little bit.
Well,
Lay off the seasoning just a tad.
the numbers were not great.
No.
Chiefs, Mahomes was 25 for 34, 73%, 73.5% completion, 299 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. And again, one of those interceptions deflected off in a player.
Right.
So, Pacheco rushed for 58 yards. Mahomes rushed for 30, Hunt for 40,
Right.
Rashee Rice was their leading receiver with 93.
Kelsey.
Oh, Kelsey at 99. My bad. But Rashee Rice also rushed for 12. Received for 93 and rushed for 12. Xavier Worthy, 53. Kelsey had a touchdown, Hunt had a touchdown, Rice had a touchdown, and Kareem Hunt had a rushing touchdown.
Right.
So Kareem Hunt had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's like when we were watching the highlights, and there was a throw to Worthy. I looked right at him and I go, the defense cannot leave Worthy unguarded.
No, but the Chiefs also had 9 penalties to 3 for the Commanders.
Wow.
This right here doesn't give me the yards.
Right.
Those 3 might have been for 60 yards because it might have been real egregious ones and it was half the distance to the goal, and those 9 might have been 5 apiece.
Yeah.
For 45 yards or something.
Right.
I don't know, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a game right here, but I'll tell you this: I watched the highlights. Again, the Chiefs don't look right.
Yeah, they don't look like the
It's
normal
not a
Chiefs.
slam against them.
No.
Something still doesn't. It doesn't pass the smell test. Something's just. And I think I've got a little bit of an idea. I need to see some more games.
Okay.
For the first time that I really remember seeing Mahomes play, I'm seeing indecision on his face.
Yeah.
He takes the snap, he drops back, he usually drops back, sees 1 or 2 options, and he's going for it.
Yeah.
Now it's almost like, do I dare throw to that? Do I throw it?
Yeah.
And I think some of it, I don't know if he dares throw to Kelsey unless only under certain circumstances. It used to be, hey, if I put it within Kelsey's arm reach, he's going to get it.
Yeah.
Kelsey's dropping a lot. He had one here. He's moving slower. He'd see him on a crossing route and he knew how far to lead him. Well, now Kelsey's running slower. It feels that way.
Yeah.
He's got Worthy, he's got Rice, he's got guys.
Right.
But, their running game is coming together. I don't know, but it just seems to be. He took some sacks.
Right.
2 turnovers. I mean, two interceptions in a game for Mahomes.
That's
unusual.
Very unusual. Yeah.
Seems it.
Yeah.
I don't really remember seeing it a lot.
No.
Now again, he had, but even that, only 284 total yards in the game.
Yeah.
And passing, 432 total, 284 passing. Seems a little low, but not terribly low, I guess, for Mahomes. It was efficient. He got it done. He put up 4 touchdowns, or the team did.
Right, exactly.
But he looks slower when he scrambles.
Yeah.
He looks a little indecisive. I'm not going to say he looks panicked.
Right.
But he looks indecisive and frustrated.
Yeah.
The look on his face. And that's just not what we're used to seeing with him.
No.
So, I mean,
take it how you want, but this is obviously overall just.
So Chiefs are now 5-3. They played 8. They got 9 games to go.
I don't know if they've had their bye yet.
No, they have not.
Okay.
I wouldn't say. Not if we just finished week 8 and they played 8 games.
Yeah. So yeah, no.
So.
No, obviously, like I was just saying, is just overall, this is our overview on what we're seeing.
Right. AFC West. We've always expected the Chiefs are going to win the AFC West.
Yeah.
Because they've just done it. I don't know what it's been. It's been an ungodly amount of time that they just won.
We lost count.
They're 3rd place.
Yeah.
At roughly the halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
We've played 8 games as 9 to go. You can't have an exact halfway. Well, I guess halfway through week 9, game 9 would be.
Right.
We've played 8.5 games as 8.5 to go. But anyways, Chiefs are 5-3. Chargers are 5-3. Chargers have the tiebreaker because they beat them in week 1.
Exactly.
Broncos are 6-2.
Yeah.
They're only up by 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
But the Broncos are playing good. The Broncos right now, they've got Texans. The Texans looked good.
But
I don't see the Texans beating the Broncos.
Yeah.
Now, Texans have a damn good defense.
Right.
If C.J. Stroud plays really well, then maybe the Texans beat the Broncos. Especially if Bo has an off game,
Yeah.
which is not unheard of for him.
Right. Right.
But I still think now they are at the Texans, so that maybe that game's more of a toss-up than I'm thinking. But then they've got the Raiders. Well, if the Broncos lose to the Raiders, well, I mean, you guys lost to the Jets. But then they play the Chiefs. So November 16th is Broncos' first game against the Chiefs, and it's at Denver. I think at that point in time, you're going to see who's really going to be king of the AFC West.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 more games to play. If the Broncos, even if the Broncos drop a game to the Texans and beat the Raiders, you know, what did we say they were? 5-2?
What, the Chiefs?
6-2 Broncos.
Yes, 6-2.
That'd make them 7-3.
Yeah.
Who the Chiefs got? Chiefs got the Bills. They go to the Bills this Sunday.
Yeah. So.
And then the Broncos. They got 2 tough games back to back. And then the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Cowboys. But then they're at the Texans, and then they're back at the Chargers. They've got a tough road ahead of them. If they don't do well there and the Broncos start pulling away.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So obviously, like I just said, this was our view of what we're seeing on things and how I feel or how we both feel as to how this is really going.
Yeah, but anyways, I know it's kind of a long recap for week 8. We're both just exhausted, so we've rambled a little bit. But anyways, yeah, it was a weird week.
It was a very.
It was.
Thank you. It was a very, very weird week. So we'll leave this one in the past and move on to the future.
Week 9 coming right up.
Yes, we will see you shortly.
Bye.
Bye.